Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Back at it, ready to have fun with 5 whiskeys I missed out in 2023. Plus, we'll end it with an asterisk. All right, before we get started, a couple housekeeping things. Number one, I am like this close to 15,000 subscribers. So if you're watching today's episode and you've not subscribed, please make sure you go ahead and hit that button. Subscribe to the channel. Please do. Help me to get to 15,000. I'm like literally right there. Next, I want to go ahead and welcome my newest patrons. So let's go ahead and give a welcome to Kevin Knoll, Gray, and Anthony Preaching. So Kevin, Gray, and Anthony, as we say, welcome to the Judge Patron community. Welcome to our family. Really appreciate you guys joining our family, as well as to all my other patrons as well. Thank you for all the love and support, as well as everyone else who watches the channel. All right, so today we're going to dive into again. So these are just 5 whiskeys that, I mean, seriously, I hunted like non-stop throughout 2023, and I could not find these. I know everyone in the whiskey world thinks, if you're a whiskey tuber, you get every single bottle handed to you like it's just, I don't know, like it's just falling from the sky. That does not happen. Let's be crystal clear. Even with like relationships and so forth, we don't get every single bottle, so let that mystery be solved now. Cool? All right. So these are 5 whiskeys that I did not find in 2023. I hunted. I did a little bit of everything. I did have some of these. I did actually have samples of. Thank goodness for some of my patrons who were just excellent people. They were like, Judge, we found these. We want to give you a sample. So I do appreciate my patrons who gave me a sample for some of these. So, all right, let's go ahead and kick it off. Number 1, Maker's Mark Cellar Age. Oh, man, that bottle is just, oh, goodness, amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm lucky enough, I did have a chance to sample it. One of my patrons sent me a sample, so very thankful for that. So I had a chance to at least try it. But you do not see a bottle on this table because I do not own it. So, hey, Maker's Mark Cellar Age. It's supposed to be an annual release, so hopefully I'll get a chance to try to find it next year. Hey, we can't all have what we want, so it is what it is. But Maker's Mark Cellar Age, you're coming in the number 1 spot. All right, coming in the number 2 spot. So this is a brand that, I love this brand. I love, pretty much almost everything that they put out. Always top quality, top of the notch, good people who run it. Bill and Bob, the guys over in Foragate. Now, Foragate did send a sample of this, but unfortunately, I looked, but it sold out super quick online, so I wasn't able to get it. Unfortunately, the Foragate Kelvin 60. So the Foragate Kelvin 60 was just a double oak bombshell, and I'm talking about a bombshell. That bottle was flat out amazing. I mean, it's, in my personal opinion, I thought it was personally up there with Kelvin Collaboration number 5. That was a close call, and unfortunately, I can't even judge those two because I unfortunately do not own a bottle of Kelvin Silk 60 rather. So I have Kelvin Collaboration number 5, and I will have to be thankful for that. So Foragate Kelvin 60, you are in the number 2 spot. Second bottle that I could not find this year that I absolutely flat out loved. Oh man, on that note, I need some whiskey. It's been a long week. Had Thanksgiving, had the in-laws over. Whew, man. Talk about whiskey on Thanksgiving. I had a lot on Thanksgiving. Cheers and happy belated Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Woo! I'm sipping my Driftless Glen single barrel pick that I did. Absolutely amazing. All right. Coming in the number 3 spot. So, Judge, what's the third bottle? This one might surprise some people. It really might. This is a brand where the larger brand, sure, everyone loves the larger brand. But the sub-brand, I don't know if it gets as much love. But I was interested in trying it just to try to get it on the channel. I couldn't even try it to get it even on the channel, unfortunately. So coming in the number 3 spot, we have Bernheim, the barrel proof wheat whiskey. So Bernheim, barrel proof wheat whiskey. Didn't find any of the batches this year. I looked all over. I hunted. Even when I was in Kentucky, I looked for it, and I could not find it. So a $65 bottle coming from Heaven Hill. Great whiskey as a whole from Heaven Hill. But unfortunately, I could not find this barrel proof version of Bernheim. Hey, it is what it is. As they say, you can look, you can hunt, but sometimes you may just strike out. It happens. It's whiskey hunting, right? It is whiskey hunting, folks. All right, before I get to number 4 and 5 and then close out with the asterisk, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, I've already asked you, please go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Number 2, hit the like button. And number 3, drop me a comment. Let me know what are some bottles that you missed out on in 2023 that you were really looking forward to. All right, number 4. Oh boy. You want to talk about a brand that I flat out love, and I mean I love this brand. I mean big time. One of my top 10 brands overall from a whiskey standpoint. Bomburgers and Shinks 2023. No Bomburgers, no Shinks in 2023. I will have to rely on all of my older bottles that I still have a few of, but no Bomburgers, no Shinks in 2023. Love Michters. I looked hard for both of these bottles. Couldn't find them. I should say I couldn't find them at a normal price. Some of these I could find, but they were always secondary prices, like 2, 3, 4 times the MSRP, which I'm not going crazy and buying it at 2, 3, 4 times the MSRP. So unfortunately for the judge, another strike out of the box. No Bomburgers, no Shinks in 2023. That's the number 4 spot. Number 5. Now, what's really upset me about number 5 is that this is a bottle that I have been hunting year after year after year. Did I say after year? After year. Luckily, one of my patrons sent me a sample of it, so I did have a chance to actually go ahead and just try it a little bit, which is great. I'm very thankful for that, right? Extremely thankful for it. Flat out amazing. I'm talking like amazing quality whiskey, and I love this brand. But coming in number 5 spot, this bottle, I've never owned like a bottle of this. I've had samples, I've had pours at bars, but I've never owned the full bottle. You might be wondering, Judge, what is the number 5 whiskey? Oh man, so sad. This actually can get the judge in tears. It can get me in tears. 4 Roses Limited Edition 2023. Oh man, 4 Roses, I tell you, man, this is a bottle that I've been hunting for year after year. Never find it. No matter connections, whatever, I just can't find it at MSRP, I should say, or even slightly above MSRP. I can't find it no matter what, right? I'm sure I probably could have traded something for it, in order to kind of get a bottle, but just truly finding it either on the shelf or leveraging a connection, can't get 4 Roses Limited Edition. I don't know. It's tough, man. Tough times in the judge world. Tough times. All right. So you might be wondering, Judge, what is your asterisk and why? Well, I'm going to need another sip of whiskey before we get to that. Cheers, everyone out there. Happy holidays as well. Whew. So this is my Driftless Glen Barrel Proof Rye whiskey. Flat out amazing. Goodness gracious. I am glad, though, there's great whiskey out there that sits on shelves, or in this case, online, if you're looking for good whiskey. Because sometimes some of these allocated bottles, they're hard to get. All right. What is my asterisk and why? So the reason why this bottle is my asterisk is because it's like, of those 5 I've already mentioned, this is by far the hardest to get. By far the hardest to get. Extremely hard to find. Very allocated. Very expensive, even from an MSRP standpoint, right? A couple $100. Very expensive, even from an MSRP standpoint, but extremely hard to find. And I mean extremely. Unfortunately, this is the only one I think on the list. Yeah, this is the one on the list where I've not tried a sample of it. No sample, no nothing. Like, I'm talking no nothing. Actually, I think I saw it in 2 stores, but it was like 3 or 4 times the MSRP, and I'm not paying like almost close to $1,000 for this bottle, regardless how good it may or may not be. But my asterisk, coming also from Heaven Hill, is of course the Heaven Hill 20-year-old straight corn whiskey. Looks great, beautiful box. I'm sure it is great, but unfortunately, in this household, in the judge's courtroom, there's no Heaven Hill 20-year gracing my presence. Hey, like they say, folks, you can't always have what you want. In this case, these 5 plus the asterisk did not make its way to my courtroom. Peace, cheers, most important, folks, salute. Take care, everyone. See you later.